Naomi Osaka is a name that many in the tennis world won't ever forget. People remember her not just for her Grand Slam wins, but also for her brave decision to step down from tennis for her mental health. In this video, we'll be talking about the tennis star's decision as she promotes her new children's book. Also, is she the new Monica Seles? Let's talk more about this. First off, Naomi Osaka's decision to take a mental health break shocked the tennis world.
Okay, yeah. But I think I'm gonna take a break from playing for a while.
The former world number one sent the world into shock when she announced her break from tennis to focus on her mental health in 2021. Not many athletes consider taking mental health breaks, but it's the kind of decision that should be more normalized, as Naomi puts it. She says it was necessary for her to take a break from the sport, as the four-time Grand Slam winner took a highly publicized decision after withdrawing from the French Open in May 2021. The tennis star explained she went through a range of emotions because of her decision, and that she had to be kind to herself and protect her mental health. At the French Open in 2021, she refused to attend the media scrutiny of her performance and was fined for doing so. The events reflected what she exactly didn't want to get into. She announced that she'd go on a media boycott at Roland Garros, and that taking criticisms from so many people around the world was affecting her mental health.
Recently, like when I win, I don't feel happy. I feel more like a relief.
Osaka received absolutely zero sympathy from the French Tennis Federation president, Gilles Moreton. He slammed her decision and said, "It is a phenomenal error, and it shows to what extent it is necessary to have strong governance. What is happening is not, in my opinion, acceptable. It is tennis we want to promote." The star was fined $15,000 for her move, and she hoped that the money would go to a mental health charity that would help struggling people get back on track. Well, this sounds like a really brave move that was pulled by Naomi Osaka. What's more, Naomi Osaka was openly criticized by Piers Morgan. Piers Morgan isn't known for his subtle remarks when it comes to controversial news. The former Good Morning Britain host has come under fire for criticizing Naomi Osaka's decision to not attend press conferences during the May 2021 French Open. The tennis star had explained how interviews with the media made a negative impact on her mental health. She pulled out of the championship, and since then, Piers hasn't been kind to her. He wrote a column for the Daily Mail calling Osaka a narcissist and a spoiled brat for her decision at Roland Garros. He also claimed that the $55.2 million she earned in the past year had inflated her ego and that she didn't want to face the media if she hadn't played well. According to Morgan, the journalists who criticize players' performances only do it so that players can improve their game, but Osaka didn't see it that way. She has consistently made the point that unnecessary media scrutiny has affected her mental well-being, and she is really brave for facing up to this. Morgan responded to this by saying that it's like wanting to have the world's largest cake and eating it by exploiting the media for ruthless self-promotion. He also added that using the mental health card is a way to silence the media's criticism. Morgan also added that he's not sorry for offending delicate people and their hearts, and his tweets have been consistent with criticisms. Supporters of Naomi have defended her decision and have called out Piers for being hypocritical in his comments. Up next, Naomi Osaka promotes her new children's book while talking about mental health. The 25-year-old has been on quite a journey for the past year. After stepping down from playing tennis for her mental well-being, she's faced a lot of criticism from the media, but she's also received a lot of love and support from her dedicated fans.
Kind of at this point where I'm trying to figure out what I want to do. I honestly don't know when I'm gonna play my next tennis match.
The Japanese star appeared on The Late Show with Stephen Colbert and gave fans an update on her well-being while also promoting her new children's book, The Way Champs Play. The book is about the principles that are taught at her production company, Hanakuma, with the basketball legend LeBron James. Principles of being kind, working in a team, and giving your best to the sport are what's highlighted in The Way Champs Play, things that Naomi has always talked about since her big decision. The book aims to highlight the importance of mental health for children and that it's always necessary to create healthy boundaries in life.
I think for me, I've just always been taught to kind of like stick it out or like work through it.
The Way Champs Play is also aimed at helping young girls find confidence in themselves, something which Osaka says she works on daily. The star wants young girls to see the beauty and benefits of sports and always try their best at everything. Sounds like a pretty amazing book for children. Osaka remembers being inspired by books in her childhood, and she wanted to pass on the lessons to the next generation of athletes. Moving on, how has Naomi been coping with her decision? Naomi's own experience with critics and the media has landed her in a pool of controversies since the past year. People have slammed her endlessly, and she admits that she felt ashamed of her decision initially, but now it was really necessary for her, and that's what she's trying to tell the world as well. She was taught that sports is all about pushing yourself to the limit, but what she recognized later on was how taking breaks is also part of the journey as an athlete. After she decided to step down from tennis, the star admits that she was huddled up in her house for a long time, and that was also not good for her. Later, when she went to the Tokyo Olympics, many athletes came out in support of Osaka, and she was overwhelmed by their love. People around the world have continued to support her despite many others criticizing her. Since coming back to the courts, Osaka has been struggling with injuries and phases of anxiety as well. She manages it with therapy and being around those who support her. Not to mention, is Osaka the new Monica Seles? Tennis legend Monica Seles opens up on her admiration of Naomi Osaka. The tennis star has received countless praise from tennis legends around the world, but none have compared her to themselves except for Seles. Seles, a former world number 1 and 9-time Grand Slam winner, expressed how Osaka reminded her of herself when she was in her prime time. At just 25 years old, she has managed to achieve quite a lot in her professional career, and Monica can see the resemblance. Seles revealed that Osaka's playing style was just like hers, and added that perhaps the young star is even better than she was. Monica expressed how her dad had taught her the wonderful sport, and she's thankful to him for all the crazy pressure moments as well as fun moments that have shaped her. Also, it's so interesting to know that Naomi Osaka was also taught by her dad growing up. She counts her dad as her first coach and the driving force behind her success. Talk about resemblance.
And I'm curious, who taught you how to play like a champ? Was there a champ mentor?
You know, both of my parents would say themselves.
Monica Seles adds that the way Osaka moves on the court is pretty inspiring for a woman her age. She also believes that Naomi needs to be more aggressive on the court and strike the ball earlier so that she can unlock her potential. The tennis legend admits that she likes aggressive players on the court and that she also enjoys watching the Australian Ashley Barty. As for the current generation of unforgettable names in tennis, we can say that Naomi Osaka is indeed one of the best. Lastly, will Naomi Osaka be playing tennis in 2023? So now for the big question, will we be seeing Naomi Osaka back on the tennis court anytime soon? Well, she has assured her fans that she'll be playing next season. She says that she wouldn't have it any other way and that playing tennis keeps her on track. The much-needed mental health break did her good, and now she'll be back even stronger than before. Fans can't wait. Naomi's always felt like a very curious person, and she's eager to explore as much as she can. She's been grateful to her fans and fellow athletes for their continuous support throughout the year. She's also thankful for having ventured into different areas as well. She also co-hosted the 2021 Met Gala, and now, with her children's book being launched, we can say that she's had a great run. The call of the court is never far away, and she's expected to compete at the Australian Open in Melbourne on January 16th. She has explained to her fans that since she's a tennis player first, if she doesn't play for that long, she gets an itch. Throughout her time on the court, Naomi has played like a champion, and we can't wait to see her next year at the Australian Open. That's a wrap for this video. So, what do you think about Naomi Osaka's decision? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.